Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. You're not Toddy One Skip, but I'm Toddy One Skip. Guys, I had some avocado toast this morning with some hard boiled eggs, some well done chicken bacon, which I really love, and some Asiago everything bagel seasoning. And that kicked out so good on an English muffin. I didn't take a picture of it. I'm sorry. Guys, I did do a video, but the visual part of the video didn't come out, but the audio part of the video came out. And so we're going to be listening to the audio part of the video, and I'll just put my face in there and some other stuff in there just to keep you busy and something to look at. Otherwise, you could just close your eyes, listen, do the dishes, listen, put it on 1.5 speed, listen, 2.0 speed, listen, whatever you want, but just listen because it's important to listen to the video more than see the video. But I'll do stuff to make you at least look at something if you want to look at something. My face, Gypsy's face. Would rather look at my face and Gypsy's face. Which face would you rather look at? Anyway, guys, listen up and let me entertain you. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Open your eyes and forget about that thought because that never happened because Gypsy is taking the shit back and saying, I made a mistake. I never really heard it before. So what's going on here is Gypsy has said that her book is wrong. The book that she read so many times is WRONG. I was going to spell it like Gypsy, RONG. WRONG. Let's go. Lifetime's responsible for me fucking. That's what Gypsy says. Lifetime is responsible. They put so much pressure on her. They did not give her any TIME. Not my book. No. When you don't tell the truth, it's hard to remember lies. And that's what happened. But it gets worse than that. See, I had a discussion with Night Convos, KNIGH. So, guys, Night Convos. Night Combos, guys. TCONVOS, that wonderful YouTube channel. Honey, Hubby, and Lovey. Sorry about that. I called. Guys, do you like the rat? Well, it possum. I think real possums are cuter than a gypsy possum. Them honey together. No, seriously. Lovey and Hubby, right? And we talked about. There's Gypsy. And this is on The Argument, my other channel, The Argument, which I'll link
Guys,
below.
you got to check out that other
channel of mine. You got to check out The Argument. I'd lose my shit on that. A half-hour conversation basically about inconsistencies and the fighting over facts that have now been taken back so that new facts can be put in its place. In other words, Gypsy's proud book, the one she thought might win an award, the book that she was most proudest of, award, has been taken off the shelves so that Gypsy can redo it with another version of lies, in my opinion. Not truth, because the truth isn't something that's going to change. That usually doesn't happen. Yeah, that doesn't happen unless FOIAs come out and make you change the truth. So the book's going to go through revisions, but they're not revisions. They're just things that have been proven now to be untruthful. Gypsy's just going to, blanket over that, or her two co-writers that really wrote the book. Because the first time I'm convinced Gypsy read the book was during Audible. We can clearly see she's surprised at the next word that comes out of her mouth. Gypsy has no follow-through. She has no desire to do anything more than what she wants to do in that moment. Here's the problem with that. Life doesn't work that way. There's a lot of things that have happened because of that book. There's a lot of things that have happened because of that book. People were doxxed over the facts in that book. Facts my ass. People were called liars and reputations were questioned over a book that was now taken off the shelves because of its inaccuracies, plural. But you had people like Bree dying on the sword for that fucking book. That's a bunch of inaccuracies. Be diminished and manipulated because of that book that she stood behind and that Gypsy's friends have stood behind and the mindless minions and her dumbass family, in my opinion. I'm sorry, you guys, but you knew the truth. And, you know, her stepmonster said, I'm so proud of you for reading that book so many times. It takes a lot. Or if you didn't know, so whose fault is that? Is that Christy's fault in not believing Gypsy? Or is it Gypsy's fault in lying to Christy? I mean, at what point, Gypsy's lies, aren't they our responsibility now for trying to believe them? Yes, that would fall on us because she's so full of shit. Us believing her lies would now be our fault. No, the truth you knew in that book was not the truth. So being proud of somebody saying, I've read it at least 50 times or 500 times or whatever it was, when she didn't read it one time. She didn't read it one time. Come on. She didn't read it at all, and you knew better, Christy, in my opinion, when you said how proud you were of her. Yeah. Those are. I'm sorry that I call Gypsy a bitch. I really am. I have grown to despise her. Every word is a waste of time because it's a lie. It's a lie. I mean, she's a liar. All I want is for her to go back to prison. That's all I want her to do. And I think she's going to go back because the behavior hasn't been addressed. Just words, just like what was in the book. Just shit, in my opinion. Logorrhea, look it up. Verbal diarrhea, folks. So that's what's running loose in that family. But the fact that that book went out, people got money for it. People paid money for the book. And Gypsy got money. She takes it back. And so what is the new grift? Is that the book's going to come back out and you expect people to buy it again? That's the question. Do the people that bought the book the first time get the second book for free because you fucked up? Seems fair. How does that work? Because that is just shit. But that's Gypsy. That's Gypsy Rose. And let me tell you something. If you think I lost my shit in the last video, which was yesterday's video, November, 6th video about Gypsy Rose, I got a video that I'm working on now from The Argument, that other channel of mine again. This time I'm talking to my friend Phil, and I fucking really lose it because Phil starts talking to me about that book, you know, the show with Arquette, and I lose it. First of all, that should be taken off. Should never be seen again. And I love Arquette, but listen, it was a movie. It was fictitious. It wasn't about any kind of truth because nobody looked into the truth. The truth shall set you free. Is now coming out with facts. With the facts because of the FOIAs. That's right. That's right. Is just as guilty as manipulating people into a certain belief system that's untrue for the sake of money. So it's not, it could have been inspired by Gypsy Rose Blanchard, but it's not based on any facts. Not at all. We know that. It's not based on anything because, as we know, Dee Dee never had Munchausen by proxy. Nope. That was wishful thinking and an alibi. That's right. That somebody was stupid enough to buy and let this murderous monster, Gypsy, get pregnant and come out on the streets. Gypsy. And be a danger, in my opinion, to society. Because she was never fixed. I don't think Gypsy can be fixed. First of all, in order to be fixed, you have to realize you're broken. But Gypsy seems to say it was just only 10 years ago. It's no big deal. It's your way of thinking that's wrong. Not my action of unaliving my mom or having somebody unalive my mom or sending an instructional video to my mom. No, none of that shit. Nope. Nope. So Gypsy changing the narrative or trying to change the narrative and succeeding in some parts. But now, did you see there's a video, what's this guy's name? I think his name is Ryan. Isn't that funny? Where he's got about 32,000 subscribers, I think, and that video's got over 18,000 views already, and it's talking about the real Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I need to find that channel, and I'm going to try to find that channel, put it up here,
I'm gonna try.
and I'll pin that video, and you'll see that again. And I know I keep saying this, but now the tide is shifting, and Gypsy's exposure, she won't be embarrassed about, because Gypsy has convinced herself that the rest of the world is stupid and will believe anything she says.
That's right.
And
She does think that.
unfortunately, she surrounds herself by people that do share that. So they're enabling bad behavior. But unfortunately, look at some of the people and you'll see that that's their behavior. You know, actually having the guts to walk away without causing damage, I mean, giving in to temptation is fucking easy. So if your temptation is to unalive somebody or hurt somebody, try stepping away and building character.
It's Ryan's Real Reactions, by the way. That's the channel.
But you need therapy for that. Therapy is something that Gypsy shouldn't have had a choice about. It should have been mandatory. Who the hell was she to decide what was right for her, let alone to give birth? Like, you know, Phil says the state of Missouri dropped the ball. You know, he agreed on that. It's more than that. It's more than that. Because there is a kid involved, if there's a kid involved. And again, there's certainly other people's kids that are out there. And people need to be well aware of what Gypsy thought of her own child.
I agree. I think so. I agree with myself.
How she dresses as children when she does her role play, her cosplay.
Yep.
You know, I didn't see a housekeeper, a maid. I didn't see a server. I didn't see, you know, a female construction worker in any of the cosplay. I just kept seeing children in the
Think
cosplay.
about that. Think about that, Bree.
And
PDF
remembering
file.
what Gypsy promised to Nick with her own child. Remember that? And then she shows, hey, Ken, why was she showing pictures of the baby to Ryan? Why? You sure it was for what you think? I mean, we know what she wrote down. How does that make you feel at ease, knowing that she's capable?
I want to ask Bree, what does that make Gypsy wanting to offer up her kid when you're busy calling people that are involved with people of age a certain thing, and you call Gypsy a victim? Really? Do you know how stupid you look when she takes the book back, the book that you were ready to die on facts?
Capable of that. And she's capable of it because she wrote it down. So she thought about it. She thought about giving her child up. So she thought about that. And you know how dirty she is with her kink. It's not even kink. It's just disgusting, deviant,
criminal
behavior.
Criminal.
And it ended up being criminal at one point, remember? I mean, who gets off on unaliving their mom? And
it's just your average dare.
You notice Nick didn't. Clearly. Gypsy did. It's Gypsy's idea.
Yep.
Now she's a mommy. And her book's wrong. And people, you know, remember when Bree, well, if you read the book, well, if you see this, well, she explains in the book, well, the book's been pulled. Now where's your FACTS, Bree, that you stood on, that Gypsy stood on, that people got bitched at, screamed at, trolled, all that shit. Reputations were supposedly swayed because you got the facts wrong. The book's gone. You're going to reboot the book and charge people again. People don't see this as a grift and criminal behavior. Wow.
Come not even original.
Come on, people now. Wake up to the world in the way Gypsy Rose is. And don't forget, check out my channel, The Argument. I'm going to go ahead and upload that video at some point today. It's a long discussion where I lose my shit over Gypsy Rose. And hopefully you'll enjoy that. And also the Night Convos conversation where we're talking about, it's a table talk about Gypsy Rose.
That's right.
And content creators and how far people go and such. And guys, be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. And let me huge shout out to the
I got a PayPal and I got a Cash App. And excuse
Thank
me,
you.
the time you make for me is absolutely free. And I love that you give me that because it's currency. Though it doesn't cost anything, it's time out of your day. And that's really important. Sometimes that's actually more priceless. So I appreciate that. Even
I
if it's at
do.
1.5 speed or 2.0 speed, I appreciate that, guys. I thank you for your memberships, your shares, your likes. Comment in the comments. I'm in the comments. I comment back. And just know I appreciate you guys so much. And take care of yourselves and be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. And don't buy Gypsy Rose's book. What's wrong with you? If it means that much to you and she puts it out again, I guess we'll read it again. Guys, be well. Take care of yourselves. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
I'm Trish. Folks say I've got two talents, knowing how to bronze a body and knowing what your future holds. Well, hey there. I'm Trish. Folks say I've got two talents, knowing how to bronze a body and knowing what your future holds. Lucky for you, I put both under one roof. That's right, Trish's tans and tarot readings. Well, you can lay in here and just get yourself as crispy as a Waffle House hash brown while I sit right next to you flipping cards the whole time. Double the raise, double the wisdom, and double the trouble too. You think your man's cheating? I'll tell you exactly which cousin he's running with. Wondering if that cute fella that drives the trash truck is going to ask you out? Baby, when you're under my lamp, the answer's always yes. Trish's tanning beds and tarot cards. If I can't see your future, I'll at least make sure you're glowing when you get there, darling. Trish's tanning and tarot.